you were a part of the turnaround. So take me back and set the scene after the 2007 game, and Michigan wins. And obviously there was some popping off there, as there generally is in this contest, but it really seemed to be something that was used as a motivational tool, not only for that team, but for that program. Just take us back to that time.
Well, I can paint you the picture. It was third and about 20, and Ryan Mallett came in for Chad Henne. And Ryan Mallett snapped the ball. He got hit, fumbled, and we thought we was going to recover it, and, we won the game. But then you have Mike Hart that magically grabs the ball and scurries away and runs for a 20-yard gain to get the first down. And then after that, Chad Henne comes back in and drives down, wins the game last minute. And then Mike Hart makes that comment. And the best thing I knew, or I still remember, was Coach D making that statement, pride comes before the fall. And you could see it in his eyes, man, where he took the player's perspective and how we were, being beat down from Michigan and just kind of being the redheaded stepchild in the state. But then he took upon himself to take the name of our program and say, hey, next year it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a blood brawl. And I still remember that game. And when he made that comment, he kind of recognized we had that game won, and they just came back and won at the end. So it turned that whole rivalry to another level when he made that comment and just arrogant about it, and just the way he said it just still gets my blood hot.
I can tell. All right, so the next year, it really seemed like the physicality that has come to define. Michigan State's always been a physical program, but the imposing of the will really seemed to start taking hold in 2008. So I'm curious, as a defensitive guy on that team, how did you guys view those Michigan offenses? How did you view that attack and that approach? Did you go into the game thinking, man, we could just push these guys around?
Well, we knew that. I mean, Michigan is a good program. We know that, and we know that they make plays. They got guys on scholarship just like we have guys on scholarship. And when we went into that game 2008, we knew that they're not going to ever respect us. So we got to take that respect. And so when we unleash that hit every time, it's going to be, hey, you're going to come out with a bruise after this game. If we win or lose, you're going to be hurt. So, luckily, we came out and we made some big plays and we shut down their defense or their offense. They had Rich Rod come in and kind of change their whole offense to a spread and pass first and run and spread option. And, that's just not how Michigan football when I was playing 2007 was like, where they were pounded, and we knew Mike Hart was going to get about 50 touches, and we got to stop him. But 2008 was different, where you had Denard Robinson playing, and we knew he was going to run, and we knew he didn't have a strong arm to get to the receivers. So we just unleashed just all our weapons on blitzes and making sure we hit the quarterback 20 plus times to make him feel what we want him to feel. So I think 2008 changed the whole perspective of this rivalry for both teams. And I remember just, before kickoff, Coach D had to hold us back. We were in the end zone during national anthem, and we didn't even listen to the national anthem. We were looking to their sideline like it's about to be a battle. It's about to be off. It's the battle of the state, and that's what we come out as, and that's what we look at it for.
Let's fast forward now. Obviously, you see this team. You know what they're all about. I guess I was struck not following them as closely as the people that cover them, is that this team, despite the losses from last year, this is still a very veteran group with 7 fourth or fifth year guys on offense and 9 fourth or fifth year guys on defense. They're replacing experience with experience.
I agree, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter. We got guys, man, that play. I mean, we're ready for this game. We put this on the clock after we beat them last year. We've been ready for it, knowing that this is not just about, Michigan State playing on the field. This is about the whole state of Michigan. A lot of stuff rides on this game. University versus university. You got families against families, businesses. I mean, this whole thing is a good outcome if we play this game right. I would like to see a blowout. But Michigan's going to make plays. That's just how they do. But we just got to make sure we do what we do.
All right, so let me have you put your analyst hat on. I want you to kind of break.
All right.
Kind of break down both teams, and let's look at Michigan State first. Give me your take on what they do well, even if you want to compare them to last year as a reference point. Give me what they do well, and then give me, what maybe their weaknesses are, what they need to improve upon.
Last year we didn't even have a quarterback till probably after Notre Dame game solidified, and Connor Cook stepped in and he paved the way, to have a solidified starting position. And what Connor's done from this last year, from this to this year, is when he makes mistakes, he comes right back and puts his head down and leaves a game-winning drive or a solid drive to go up. And our running attack, we have 3 running backs that can get the job done. I mean, if you look at last game, we had a total offensive yards. We had 666 total offensive yards against Indiana. Obviously, the opponent's different, but we had 3 running backs that can get to the end zone, which is different from last year. And then we got Tony Lippett, man. He's came out and he's having a show right now. And so I think from our defensive side, we lacked from last year just the leadership, but Tywan Jones has taken that over. And you still see those Shalik Calhoun and Marcus Rush coming for the blitz and attack to put some pressure on Gardner. And, we know Gardner, he hasn't really ran like he was doing when he first got to Michigan and being more of a pocket passer. But, they're looking to put a lot of hits on him like they did last year. So from Michigan State perspective, I think we've grown with leadership because everyone's played last year in the big games, and they know how to handle themselves in the big games too.
All right, and then last one for you, OT. Kind of give me your view. Maybe obviously you don't watch them as closely as you do Michigan State, but just from what you've seen of Michigan, tell me what you see. I mean, if anything, what are you impressed by, and then what do you feel like Michigan State can exploit when they face Michigan?
Michigan takes a while to get warmed up in the beginning. I've seen where they score points, but the defense are allowing points. So I think from the perspective of this game, Michigan knowing that we're going to put up some points, but we have a defense that can get 3 and outs, and that's what I don't see right now is their defense capitalizing on how their offense plays. It's like if their offense is down, their defense is down, and if their offense is on, sometimes you don't know which defense is showing up on the field. So I think we can exploit that where we get 3 and outs, we score. That's going to be just like last year's game where we exploited that sack. We had a sack frenzy last year, so I think they want to capitalize on that and do the same thing.